Okay. Anyway, so I'll start my session today right now. So today we're here to talk about how to keep the children calm during these uncertain times during the pandemic that is all over the world, and everyone is facing some kind of difficulties how to deal with it. As parents, we are stressed with our own life stressors, working from home, at the same time managing our children, so it can really get taxing. But at the end of the day, since we are parents, it's a full-time job for us, and we have to make sure that we take care of our little ones at the same time while working from home, going out for work, right? So today I'm going to talk about few tips that you as parents can, uh, get into the schedule of your little ones, and how you can help them come out of it and help them deal better. So the coronavirus pandemic is really, really upsetting everyone, and with the whole, our children look for their emotional and physical safety inside their homes by their parents, by their loved ones, their family members, right? So it's our duty to provide that to them. It's our duty to reassure them that it's going to be okay. They are not in this alone, and as parents, we are with them throughout the ups and downs, and we as parents we together will stay together and get them out of it, right? So the main thing here is that how you need to uh, thank you. So how you need to take it forward from here. First of all, address their fears. It's very important to address and acknowledge your little one's fears. They Very young children are not very expressive. They won't be able to tell you how they're feeling, and it might come out in a very aggressive or a very stubborn manner, as we call it. That my child is becoming stubborn. He or she is overreacting. He or she is not eating properly. He or she is not listening to us. They're throwing tantrums. Understand where it's coming from. It is the scenario that is bringing these changes. So address them, answer their questions about the pandemic very simply and honestly. Tell them that, okay, yes, something is going on in the world, because I'm sure everyone has seen the news. They all know. The elder kids probably know, they're well aware about it. The younger ones might not know, but they can sense it, and they know that, okay, no one is going out. They're not allowed to go out. They're completely stuck in a situation for 4 months. It can get to the child, right? So understand and answer their questions. Tell them that it's okay what they're facing. They're not alone in it. And people are getting sick outside, but if they take their proper precautions, if they wash their hands, if they maintain their hygiene, if they wear their masks, if they go out, if you as parents go out, you wear your mask, it will be fine and you will be safe. Reassure them that it's okay and you're in it together, right? Also, at the same time, recognize their feelings. Sometimes, again, like I said, they're too young to even express how they're feeling. So how you can probably tell them via guiding statements like, I know that you're upset because you can't meet your friends, but is there any way I can help you out here? Is there any way I can keep you in touch with your friends? Do you want to talk to them virtually? Do you want to play games with them virtually? Try and understand. When you guide them via these statements, it becomes easier for them to reciprocate. It becomes easier for them to understand and tell them how they are feeling, as in tell you how they are feeling. So guide them through these statements, right? At the same time, you need to tell them before you leave. If by chance you have to go for any essential commodity, if you have to go out and shop for something, tell them that, okay, I'm going out, I will be back by this time, and I will take my proper precautions. Like I told you that, if I wear mask, and if I wear my gloves, and if I uh, sanitize my hands always, wash my hands always, I'm secure, right? So explain them that that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'll be back soon. I'm going for a certain essential necessity, that if I don't bring groceries, food will not be made. Explain them in very simple terms. Kids are very vulnerable during these uncertain times, right? So it's very important to tell them in basic words which they understand, Okay. At the same time, if their grandparents, or if their aunts and uncles, if their cousins whom they're close to are living a little far away, and they haven't met them in like 4 months, maintain constant touch with them. Keep in touch with their loved ones. Make them video call with their grandma so that they know that she is safe and she is secure. Because as children, more than worrying about themselves, they worry about their loved ones. They worry about whether our parents are safe, whether our grandparents are safe with the scenario or not. So they need to be reassured that yes, everyone is safe and everyone is doing fine. So constantly keep in touch with their loved ones so that they know that everyone is good and healthy, right? Also, what you can do is that you can model how you want them to behave. You can model how they can understand their feelings. So you can uh, see, kids are like sponges. They absorb anything and everything they see. So how we model ourselves, how we model our feelings is very important for them to model theirs. So if we want to try to explain to the child that how he or she is supposed to model the feelings, what we can do is we can tell them that I'm very upset and I'm very scared about grandma. I'm feeling a little scared about grandma just because I haven't met her in so long and with the whole scenario. But at the moment, I can't do much apart from just keeping in constant touch with her, talking to her twice a day, video calling with her. So that's how I'm going to manage this feeling of mine. I'm fearful of how she's doing, so that's how I'm going to manage. So they will understand better as to, once you've explained them that okay, this is how you can express yourself, they will be able to express themselves better, right? More than that, tell them to look forward to things. uh, how you can tell them is that yes, scientists are working on it, and they are working towards the vaccination and everything will be better soon. We just have to maintain our distance, we just have to maintain our precautions, and everything will be good soon. There is something, okay, what would you want to do once you get out, where would you want to travel? Let them look forward to the future, let them look forward to something that will be interesting and will relieve them from a certain kind of stress, right? So okay. After that, what you can do is offer extra hugs and cuddles. I mean, all children love that, whatever age group. I know teens can be a little reluctant towards it. Oh, mama, why are you kissing me? Why are you hugging me? But it's okay. Everyone deep down requires hugs and kisses most of the time. So cuddle them up, reassure them that they're going to be safe, right? Okay. At the same time, it is very, very important to keep healthy routines for children. Structure their day for them. A routine brings a sense of order to the day and offers some kind of reassurance in these uncertain times. So at the same, it can be predictable, but at the same time, it can be flexible according to the to meet the individual's needs. So it can be a constant routine which they follow, which they know that okay, they have something to look forward to. But at the same time, they you can change it here and there for them according to how they're feeling, or probably they've woken up late one day or anything like that. So they're flexible. So it's very, very important to structure it from their wake up routine to their breakfast, dressing up, uh, attending online classes, attending tuitions, or playing, drawing, anything. Structure it for them. And specifically, something I would like to share here is that during uncertain times like these, sleep cycle for the kids can really become a havoc. It can really cause disturbance in one's life, right? So, uh, sleep cycle is something you have to have a routine of. So for the younger ones, what you can do is you can have a proper book, brush, bed kind of routine that every day they're doing the same uh, thing in, and they imbibe it into themselves that okay, this is what I'm, they're conditioned to do it. Okay, I'm after this, I after reading my book, I have to brush. After brushing, I have to go to bed. And an extra tip to help them sleep is that you can put a family picture right where they're sleeping so that they can look at it, smile, and then sleep comfortably, that they're safe in their environment, right? For elder children, what you can do is that I know it's there's a lot of screen time these days for kids, and it's getting too much because online classes are also there. So make sure that they do not touch their phones 1 hour prior to sleeping, because that is very, very important. If they're constantly on their phone while about to sleep, also, they will never be able to sleep with a healthy sleep cycle. So the sleep cycle really needs to be healthy